Even when I fell down, you pick me up. Now I'm standing on the mountain and give you praise. Kwatabakuri.
In life, everything happens for a reason. There is no dream that is too small nor too big to achieve it. If you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. Today, I have a gentleman who has proven that where you come from does not really matter. What matters is what you put your mind at. He's a journalist, an entrepreneur, and a development worker. His name is Takemore Mazuruse. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So this show is just designed to motivate, inspire, and change lives through one's testimony. And we believe your story can be a testimony that can help someone who's watching right now to develop themselves. So introduce yourself. Who is Takemore?
Thank you. Takemore Mazuruse is a journalist, an entrepreneur, and a development worker. Grew up in Zaka, and then had to come to Harare to look for greener pastures.
Nice. So take me through the journey from Zaka to Harare. How was that journey as a journalist? Because I believe you started as a journalist, then other portfolios developed as you go. How was that journey?
I would say it wasn't easy, growing up in the rural areas, challenging environment. You have to walk long distances to school, sometimes, without taking any meal. But then I have always been a very passionate person. So self-motivated, and then I had to come to Harare for my advanced levels because my parents were working here in Harare, but they had kept us that side, for the grooming and whatnot. So I came to Harare for my A levels, and then after my advanced levels, went for a media training as a journalist. And that was during the time when it was difficult to find space in the local media. The industry was very lean, and getting a platform to showcase your skills was really not easy. So I remember having to walk around, town media houses looking for a place to actually start my media journey. But I remember one of the local editors, taking me on board and saying, "Young man, you can help me here," so that you start, writing stories. I wasn't getting paid then. I would walk long distances from home, staying in Glenora to town, and getting those stories out. But the talent was there. I remember one of the local media gurus saying, "Wow, are you really an intern or an accomplished journalist already?" Because my story was that good. It was a lead story in one of the local papers. Yeah. So it was quite a challenging journey. But like you rightly said in the beginning, when you are self-driven, when you are focused, it's very easy to actually reach the top. Yes.
Okay, Takemore. You mentioned that your parents left you to Zaka for grooming. Are you saying it's the rural areas is the best place for grooming if you want to make it in life? Because most of the guests that we've had, they have a story that's kind of similar. So what's the secret with the grooming in the rural areas?
I think the secret is the fact that having it easy sometimes limits your potential. They say the best goat passes through the hottest fire. So if you want something refined, it has to go through those challenges. My father was working here in Harare, having a very good job, but he felt it was right for us to start from there. The early education processes, and then afterwards we then came for advanced levels because he felt it was actually right for us to start at advanced level here, exploring opportunities and other career options available.
Now that you're in Harare, you're a journalist, qualified journalist, it's hard to get the job. What kept you going? What drove you to keep pushing? You know what, this is what I want to do. I'll focus on trying to achieve this.
I think the challenges that I faced growing up, nothing can bring a man who is CEO down. I've seen all the lowest points in life, walking long distances, going to school without meals, and coming to Harare, with vast opportunities. I felt this is the right place to be, and I need to really exert myself and go for my dreams. So I then started writing, the bylines started coming, lead stories, and then before I knew it, I was actually taken up by a local organization in the health sector as a communications intern. And one thing led to another, the development sector. I started growing like that. self-motivated and of course focusing on my goals because I've always been passionate about the media, working with and through people.
Okay, reflecting back to your young self in Zaka and what you've achieved right now, can you say that journey was easy, or can you say that journey is something that you can cherish or you can frame and put on the wall?
Very much so. It's something that I've cherished for a long time to come because it's not easy. Coming all the way from Zaka, a place that is not very much developed, and then coming to Harare and making a name for yourself in an industry awash with talent. There's so much talent in the local media industry.
Take us through your journey as an entrepreneur.
All right. Development work was after the media stint. I then worked with a number of local, and international NGOs as a community person. Traveled far and wide for trainings, presentations. So I'd say I'm a community builder because I understand challenges that communities face, and every now and then we try as much as possible to reach out to communities. So inspired by those challenges, I felt I needed to start something of my own, and a business line. And working with my wife, we started a public relations, digital marketing, and brand development company. So this brand works with the upstarts, those who are starting up in business, the SMEs, and even the established brands. We help them with marketing, brand positioning, advertising, and you find that it's really helping because in our local, in our local settings, we have a lot of people engaging in various enterprises, but the challenge has been rising beyond a hand-to-mouth kind of operation. So we try to motivate them to see possibilities, bring in new ideas, innovation that can help them grow their brands. So we work with individuals, we work with artists. Some artists take the art as a pastime. They don't know that they can professionalize and make a lot of money out of it. So we help them with digital marketing, growing their brands. The same applies for development organizations as well, NGOs. We help them with communication programs, designing developmental communication programs so that at least they reach out to as many communities with their messages and with their programs.
Okay, yes. So we'll pick up from you explaining to us. Stay tuned, viewers. We'll be right back after these short messages. What you need is self-motivation. You are the only person who really cares about yourself. If you put your mind in whatever you want to do, you can make it. Takemore is going to take us through his story on how he managed from Zaka to Harare and is rocking the streets of Harare. So Takemore, there is someone who's in Zaka right now, who has ambitions like you. Someone who's in Zaka right now who has dreams and aspirations, but they're thinking, is it possible? Can they make it?
My word of advice is that if you aspire, never retire, but refire to acquire that which you desire. Okay. It's difficult, seeing yourself rising from the bottom and becoming somebody in life. But oftentimes we need to know that where we grow up, where we are raised, doesn't matter. But our view of the future is what should inspire us to continue gunning for our dreams and our goals. So yes, challenges will come along the way. It's not easy, it's not a straw in the pack. There will be limitations, encouragement. Sometimes you have even the very closest people to you telling you that you cannot do it, it's difficult, we have tried it, it cannot work. But you need to continue believing in yourself, you need to continue motivating yourself and going for your goals regardless of the challenges and limitations. So it's possible. All you need to do is discover yourself. What is your passion? What is it that you want in life? Because oftentimes when you are passionate about what you are doing in life, it doesn't become work. It becomes a passion. And the money is just shared on top. But you are motivated by the passion and the desire to really self-actualize. So my words of advice is that go for your dreams. Never look down upon yourself. Don't let anything or anyone limit you, because you are the real boss.
Okay, fine. Probably someone who's watching is saying, no, it's easy for you to say these things right now because you have resources. I mean, Zaka have no resources whatsoever. How can I make it in life? I don't have support structure financially. I don't have even centers that can say, okay, come as youth. Come, this is the program that we're having. The only thing that I have is self-motivation, but that is not enough for me to say that self-motivation alone is not enough. Probably I'll need support structure financially. There's someone who's saying that. What could you say?
I would say, yeah, opportunities are there for those who really want to achieve. In every environment, in every community, there are so many players coming up with various programs designed to capacity develop communities. Like I said, I'm a development worker. I've worked in various communities, some of the most looked down upon, being, Zaka, Zaraban, the outlying areas. But what I've realized is that in those areas, there are some players that are designing programs aimed at capacitating communities. So you simply need to explore and what can I say? Look for opportunities. Research more.
Or in short, you're saying if you're really passionate about something that you want to achieve, you look for opportunities.
Yeah, look for opportunities. Research more around the area of interest. If you do that, you are bound to meet opportunities and obviously vision helpers, because every vision, every dream needs vision helpers. You can never achieve it alone. Like I said, in my early career days, someone had to give me an opportunity to say, we see the talent in you writing. So what you need is a platform to showcase the talent, and given the platform, the opportunities started coming. So you need to explore and research.
Like you're saying, someone really discovered and acknowledged that there was talent in you and they gave you the opportunity. But for me, what I see is you need personally, you need to expose yourself to places that people can identify what you're good at. Probably we are living in a generation that Tinema youths are so good at complaining, but if you ask, okay, fine, you're complaining, what are you really putting on the table? You're ambitious, you want to do A, B, C, and D, but for someone to really notice what you're good at, you also need to put things into play. Just supporting what you're saying, there are a lot of players out there who are waiting and who are willing and who have structures that are there to try and help you when you're ambitious and your visions that you want to achieve. So to whoever is listening, whoever is watching, and you're saying, good, I don't have support structure, I don't have resources, I don't have people who really want to help me. It's not people who really matter right now. What matters is you. Is your mind ready? Is your mind geared up to want to achieve that what you want to achieve? As you were speaking, what position right now? Like you said, you're into development work. Are there anything something that you're doing to those people that we are trying to reach out to? Is there something that you're doing?
Yeah, we have a network that we started around 2016. Zimbabwe Network for Economic and Social Transformation, which basically looks at creating opportunities for the marginalized communities, especially those in outlying areas, with the passion, with the drive. So our everyday mantra at ZNS is that those doing nothing must be doing something. Those doing something must do it right. And those who are doing it right must excel, implying there is room at the top for everyone. If you're right at the lowest ebb, you need to showcase your talent, and then from there you grow into somebody who's doing something, and from doing something you do it right so that you reach the top. So what it means is if you have $1, you must aim for 1,000. If you have 1,000, go for hundreds of thousands, millions, billions. You should never say I have reached the apex. So there's room at the top for everyone, regardless of where you are on the radar. You still need to explore opportunities, exert yourself, and work hard to self-actualize.
Like supporting what you're saying, that there's room for everyone to succeed in life. Took me to a saying that I once heard, that every bird that's right here on earth decides to fly. The sky is still big enough to accommodate them. So it's not about the space, it's not about the resources, it's about you personally. Do you want to achieve something? Stay tuned, we'll be right back in the third and final segment. Welcome back to the third and final segment of Rockbottom with Zolile Makeleni. They say the darkest hour comes just before dawn. You don't have to give up. Whatever dream you have, whatever vision, whatever ambitions you have, you need to hang in there. There's still hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. It needs you to just hang in there and have self-motivation. Push yourself, aspire more, expose yourself, put yourself in positions that allows even the helpers to come and acknowledge or identify what you're good at. I'm still with Takemore Mazuruse as he explains, as he takes us through his journey from Zaka to Harare to become an entrepreneur, a journalist, and a development worker. So, sir, take us now through the journey, your journey as an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So with experience in the industry, marketing, communications, journalism, development work, we felt it's important that we also start a brand of our own. So working with my wife, who is also a communications person, we then registered a company in 2014. So this is a brand development company, working with various brands, individuals, organizations, and corporates with a view to grow their brands and businesses. Like I said earlier on, sometimes people just go into business as a piecemeal. They just want to put food on the table. But we try to make them see the possibilities. That is, it is possible to rise beyond your current circumstances. How do you do that? Digital marketing, which is the new normal lately, the brand development, the PR work, all that we do with a view to grow brands.
Okay,
so,
fine. I'll cut you there. Explain more on brand development. Probably, I'm as a socialite, I'd love to hear more. What do you mean when you say brand development?
Zolile, you are a socialite, you're a presenter, you're an actor, people know you. But then there is a lot that you can derive from your brand. How do you generate goodwill for your brand? How do you position yourself in the market with a view to attract more towards your business or towards your initiative? So what we do is we help them with the branding, from the logo designs, developing the payoff lines that gives them identity as a brand, the actual marketing, developing catchy adverts that speaks to the aspirations of the market that they want to service. We do that. So we start with brands from registration right to brand positioning in the market, because there are so many players, there are so many competitors, but how do you stand out as a service provider? That's what we do.
So in short, you are saying, Guti, I can turn my firm into fortune.
Into money, yeah.
I can turn my firm into money. So to whoever, an artist who's out there who's saying, okay, fine, I didn't know this is possible. What can you say to them?
We are open to engagement. They should professionalize. It's the approach that determines the outcome. If you approach it like it's a pastime, you won't derive much from it. But if you professionalize, you put the right structures in place, you develop the right strategies on how to grow yourself, then it's pretty possible to grow beyond your limitations. So there's potential, there's room at the top for every enterprise. All you need is the right development partners.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I understand you're also into
food processing, yes.
Food processing.
Yeah.
How's been the journey?
We realize it's also important that we start a brand of our own, because if we develop other people's brands, we won't have the bragging rights. So Amanda Brands, we started in 2018, April. It focuses on organic food products like your peanut butter, nuts and raisins, or natural foods. We produce them locally under the Amanda Brands banner. So 1 year on, it has already won an award, CBZ Youth Entrepreneurship Award. It's also shortlisted for another ZNCC award this coming September, because we love brands, we develop brands. So it's a brand that is taking the market by storm. In spite of the limitations, we're still continuing to exert ourselves, market, and the results are coming. So the possibilities are too many as long as you believe in yourself, believe in your work, and you really push hard.
So after getting this corporate recognition from a guy from Zaka, how was the feeling? Did you see yourself getting such recognition nationwide? How was the feeling?
I think I see God in all this, because I never saw myself, becoming somebody who is worth mentioning. I continue to do a lot, even for community development. I even have a column in the local weekly, Community Builders with Takemore Mazuruse, where I get to highlight the work that other people are doing with a view to inspire them to continue doing more and reaching out to as many marginalized communities. So I never saw myself becoming a name, but I believe this is just the beginning, and there's a whole world to conquer.
Also, so there are columns that you write for local papers.
Yeah.
Highlighting on what other communities are doing. How is that? Can you say that is your calling into development work? Because I'm seeing a lot of development work in everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Is your calling into development work?
I would say I'm a social entrepreneur, community builder. Whatever that I do, it is a slant on building communities. Even at the business that we run, we also try to capacitate the marginalized communities. Women, we bring them in, they help us with the peanut butter production so that they also fend for their families. Single women. So I would say I'm a community builder. My calling is really community development, but of course with a social enterprise slant. Whatever that I do in business has got a bearing on empowering communities. So that's me.
So in short, we can say you are Father Teresa if there's something of the sort. But all I'm just trying to simply say is we need youth, we need people like you in our generation. Because we're living a generation that is doomed to fail, like what everyone else is saying. But as much as we are living in a generation that is cursed like that, we are living in a generation that is everything at their fingertips. In a community full of unemployed youths, what would be your advice?
My advice is that it's not so much about what they can do for us, but what we can do to change our situations. We are so given to complaining. There are challenges, there are no opportunities, but we have tried to come up with a structure that allows young people to explore opportunities, share ideas, and grow together, which is why we spoke of the network that we have, Zimbabwe Network for Economic and Social Transformation. We are dealing with social challenges in communities, designing economic empowerment programs for young people so that they come together, share ideas, share experiences, and then you learn from the experiences of others to actually start and chart your own destiny. So possibilities are too many. You just need to believe in yourself, see the challenges, but also explore the opportunities. But we focus so much on the closed doors, the limitations, without actually looking at what opportunities we can actually ride on to self-actualize.
We live in a society that is so much afraid of failure and afraid of being judged. Like I'm picking from what you're saying, Kuti. We need to go out there, step in the water, see how deep it is, make mistakes, grow as you go. But the moment you just sit home, you're killing those dreams. The moment you're not willing to put your ambitions or your dreams to test, you won't know how big you can grow. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Don't worry much about what the next person is saying. You need people who give you the positive energy, because there are so many pessimists, but we need optimists, people who see opportunities.
Thank you so much, Takemore, for coming to the show.
It was good, and I appreciate it.
I wish you well in all your businesses. I wish you well. May your brands keep growing.
Thank you, and all the best too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I was with Takemore Mazuruse as he was taking us through his journey when he hit his rock bottom, where he is right now, a boy from Zaka, now in the streets of Harare, making it as an entrepreneur and a development worker. Let's not forget his profile as a journalist as well. Till we meet again to another episode of Rock Bottom, stay blessed. I'm Zolile Makeleni.
You've been here from the start of this road. You carried me through some pretty bad times. Even when I fell down, you picked me up. Now I'm standing on the mountain and give you praise. Kwataba kure naye, kwatino enda kure naye, kwataba kure naye, kwatino enda kure naye. Inindo vimba naye, inindo famba naye, inindo vimba